Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies going up against the New Orleans Pelicans here at their home, the Smoothie King Center. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Grizzlies Senator Steven Adams is playing for a team he once battled. Adams said, "I won that 2014 series. Zach Randolph punched me in the face, and he couldn't play Game 7. So I claimed that victory." And Kevin, Adams took that punch and didn't react, but his jaw was so sore he couldn't eat much else. He said, "I was mad because I love food." Well, so do I. Back to you.
Yeah, me too. Thanks, David. Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. The wingmen are Bane and Brooks. And then there's Steven Adams. Then there's John Morant. And it's Aldama in at the power forward. And for New Orleans, the forwards for him are a pair of Blue Devils, Ingram and Williamson. McCollum and Jones are their guards. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5 spot.
I think people underestimated the Pelicans last year. They had such a tough start to the season, but still were able to make it to the playoffs.
Now here's McCollum. They get it again. Here's Ingram. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And loving when Ingram uses that length down low, not settling for the jumper.
Now here's Morant. Passes it to Aldama. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Unfortunately, the Pelicans did make a first-round exit in the postseason, Greg.
In a series they took to 6 games, but yeah, couldn't put together that deep run. Maybe this year things will be different.
McCollum against Morant. Pass to Bane. Adams sets the pick for Bane. To the inside, and Adams with the slam.
And that play is tailor-made for Adams. And not many guys set a better screen and then the quick roll off it to get the finish.
Now here's Ingram. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. Adams, some nice D.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Brooks outside. Off target from three-point range. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Down low, Morant with the steal. And a wide open look for Bane. That 3 off the mark.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Ingram passes to Jones. Kicks it to Valanciunas. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Just 5 to shoot. Valanciunas with a screen on Bane. And again, no good by New Orleans. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Morant. Oh my goodness, the slam!
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pelicans trail by 4. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
One thing you have to admire about the Grizzlies is their high level of effort. These guys play with such determination on every single play.
Even their superstars like Morant.
Quick review at the numbers for Morant. And his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And you noted it, his points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's McCollum. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. Valanciunas with a screen on Morant. They need this one. And Valanciunas puts it in.
And one way Valanciunas generates offense, using that big body to snare the board and keep the play alive.
Adams with the screen on McCollum. Grant, and another basket for Memphis.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Now here's McCollum. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Count it.
With his strength, it isn't easy to upset Valanciunas with a little contact. You're going to have to get a lot more physical than that.
There's Morant. And get a load of his scoring totals. Huge numbers for him. An average of just about 29 points a game. And the 3 off target. And here's Valanciunas. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. Trailing by 2. And the way C.J. McCollum, Greg, can get a shot up while moving. That's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league at it.
Here's Brooks following the basket by C.J. McCollum. They set the pick. Brooks with it. Now defended by Williamson. Aldama can't hit. The Pelicans have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Valanciunas sets a screen for McCollum. Good on the triple. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
And that range makes McCollum hard to defend because if you're too close, you know about his ability to go by you and get to his spots.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Grizzlies. 4th in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top 3. And checking out New Orleans, sitting there 4 spots below.
And for the Grizzlies, they're a team that a lot of people called for to kind of go wire to wire in terms of being in first place. That's not possible anymore, but clearly this is an elite team.
And it's early. A lot of teams battle adversity in the first part of the season. It's just a matter of getting through it and not getting discouraged.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. And checking out some numbers for John Morant. Pelicans leading by 3. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
And it's Alvarado missing. Memphis has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Jones, the pass to Tillman. Over Hayes. The Grizzlies with another miss. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Murphy. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Jones looking for an opening. Will it go? The shot will not fall. And so the first quarter is in the books. New Orleans on top. They lead by 5. From New Orleans, back in a moment.
The Grizzlies.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. But what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
Well, great with this Memphis Grizzlies team. You like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
So on the floor for Memphis, Murphy dishes to Daniels. The pass to Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Jones with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Covered by Hayes. And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Clark.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Here's Alvarado. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Daniels passes to Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, I think it's a match made in heaven. I'm happy to be here. The cool part is that I haven't had to make any real adjustments. The way I play is the right way. Kevin, back to you.
Well, and he's completely changing teams mid-season. Tough thing to do, but he is a veteran that can certainly handle it. Ball in his hands, good things usually happen. Hey, David, thank you for that story. New Orleans shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
And the first one drops.
And guys, things are looking up in New Orleans. The extension for Zion Williamson reflecting his commitment to this young core. And with the 8th pick and Dyson Daniels, the Pels added to their bevy of young wing defenders. They're building a team to contend.
Both free throws good from Daniels. Hey, Richard, for a while, teams went smaller. They became quicker. Now we're seeing some teams go big, playing 2, sometimes 3 7-footers in the lineup. It's amazing.
Yeah, there's always a pendulum swing. Once it goes too small, then all of a sudden the pendulum swings back, and now everyone is looking for size. But you have to have size that can also stretch the floor, because teams need guys that can rebound. That's what they're looking for.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of the night. That's good from Morant.
Ja Morant impressed as a rookie, but in 2022, he really started blowing the roof off.
He's been doing some tremendous things. And how about a 52-point game in February that year? Only 12 of those points came from threes. That's a lot of buckets.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Jones is checked in.
In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown.
McCollum, no good there. Now Memphis takes it the other way. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Morant passes to Adams. Back to Morant. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Morant's got 4 points now in the quarter. Hey, Craig, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
And Ingram has got the ball here for the New Orleans Pelicans. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. And they pick up 2. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
And this is Ingram's bread and butter, a terrific mid-range shooter who looks to score from there often.
Brooks, the pass to Clark. Back to Brooks. Takes the 3. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot now.
And here is Ingram. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. The shot's good from Nance.
Boy, it's a joy to watch Ingram as he's developed. One of the hardest working players in the game.
Now here's Brooks. We saw him with 19 points his last outing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
And Jones slams it in.
And as we've watched him develop, Zion has steadily improved his passing ability.
Clark, a screen on McCollum. Morant dishes to Clark. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Clark's got 8 points.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
McCollum against Morant. And it's Morant with the rebound.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half of basketball. This is to Adams. Over McCollum. Adams' shot is off.
Looked like he just rushed it there. Just maybe take a little bit more time in the future.
Pass to Nance. Shoots over Morant. Nance, no good. Memphis trailing here. 23 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Clark sets a screen for Morant. And there's the feed to Clark. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
Releases from 15. Almost, but it rolls out. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule. Some exciting games in store for us. Shaq, rate your level of excitement on a scale from 1 to 1,000,000.
I'm going to go with 900,000, 800,000, 700.
And now let's talk about those Pelicans. This game has been extremely competitive.
Their defense hasn't impressed me at all. They look like they're going through the motion. Guys, it's about working together and defending with purpose.
Agree with you, big fella, on every point. Let's see if they step it up. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. The Grizzlies shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Running on the wing, they'll have Jones and Ingram. Up front, it's Williamson at the 4 and Valanciunas at the 5. And it's McCollum in at the point guard position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
Working through the lane, Morant, he's got such a great change of speed to keep the defense off.
Brooks against Ingram. Over Brooks. Offensive rebound. Valanciunas. No good with the fallback jumper.
Even though he had space, there is never an easy fadeaway.
Adams against Valanciunas, and Adams kicks to Morant. And Morant throws it down.
What a smooth move by Morant off the pick and roll, getting himself some elbow room to take a shot.
One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
McCollum, no good.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Tries the spin move. Morant passes to Adams. Here's Aldama. Just 5 on the clock. Morant, the rebound by Brandon Ingram.
Their first miss since the break. Still, I like how they've come out so far.
Here's McCollum. Makes the most of the high percentage shot. McCollum's got 7 points in the game.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
And that one's good, Morant.
And an excellent start to the second half. Only missed 1 shot in their first 5.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Who out there needs a free t-shirt? I can hear you. All right, everyone. You watched them do their thing. It was your Pelicans dance team.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Daniels dishes to Valanciunas. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 3 assists in the game. Graham against Jones. They set the pick. The 8-footer. Nice steam from Valanciunas. Pelicans trail by 4. If with the ball, Jones covering. And Valanciunas kicks to Daniels. Back to Valanciunas. It's rebounded by Memphis. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Bain finds Jones. Here's Tillman. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Clock at 4. Bain for 3. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Murphy passes to Hayes. Valanciunas sets a screen for Graham. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And it's not everybody who needs hops to finish at the rim. Valanciunas just needs to be an arm's length of the bucket to throw it down.
Jones, the pass to Bain. They set the screen. And since coming into the league, Desmond Bain, Richard, has quickly established himself as a knockdown three-point shooter.
Yeah, his accuracy and efficiency from out there is incredible. The spacing he provides is why he's a key part of this team.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. throw good, Bain. During Desmond Bain's first season, Greg, he shot over 43% from three-point territory.
And that was top 10 all time for a rookie. And Bain's three-point numbers went up in his second season. From the start of his career, Desmond's been a premier shooter.
And Bain drops them both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Graham kicks to Hayes. Screen by Valanciunas. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 4 assists now tonight.
No holding Valanciunas back there. He gets physical and gets through the contact.
Bain against Murphy. Bain, no good.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
And every team loves getting a night like this out of their big man. Valanciunas is the biggest lion in the Serengeti.
Here's Jones, and the layup falls. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Daniels passes to Hayes. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Hayes has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Murphy against Bain. Beyond the arc. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. John Moran has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back to the action in just a minute. We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Pelicans trail by 3. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. You've got Dylan Brooks. Morant is out there with Adams. And it's Conchar in at the 2-guard spot.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Morant against McCollum. Adams with the screen on McCollum. Morant dishes to Adams. Conchar, the pass to Adams. Nice steal from Valanciunas. And Ingram has got the ball here for the Pelicans. The dish to Williamson. And finished off by Williamson.
Already such a well-coordinated athlete for his size and age. Williamson bringing down the house.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Morant outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
And the first one at the line is good.
And you look at the way Ingram can get off his shot. When he gets to his spots, there's just no stopping him. Very few players can create like he can.
Both free throws good from Morant. A creator indeed, and the name you always hear, Greg, with Ingram as a comparison, Kevin Durant.
And that's about as fair a comp as you'll find. Ingram is special with how he can rise up over defenders with that shot. It makes him a lethal weapon late in the game.
And that one's good, Ingram.
And the speed of Ingram makes him a nightmare for defenses in pick and rolls, constantly keeping them guessing.
Brooks, the pass to Aldama. Back to Brooks. Here's the screen to the middle. Shoots from the right block. Aldama gets the bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 1.
Oh, smart dish there by Brooks to a wide open man. Getting him the assist and his team some needed points.
Screen by Valanciunas. from 13. And it's Ingram missing. And for Memphis, their shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. And Adams with the slam.
Oh, he threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
Pass to Ingram. Over Brooks. Ingram can't get that one to fall. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Adams sets the pick for Morant. He takes it in it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And when Morant takes off towards the basket, look, you're already done. You've already lost because that's how he makes his living.
And Valanciunas kicks to McCullough. Back to Valanciunas. To the paint. Williamson finds Ingram. From the wing. Ingram can't get that one to fall. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Conchar, the pass to Morant. Inside. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Guys, here's what Willie Green was doing in reviewing the plan with his team. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Thanks, David. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul. And Memphis making a change here. Baines checked in.
Grizzlies substitution. Desmond Bain.
It's McCollum with the drive. And it's blocked. Here's Brooks. Excellent D that time from Jones. Pelicans trail by 7. Here's McCullough, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Memphis. First one falls for him. And so McCollum nails both of them.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
Morant against McCollum. And Morant throws it down.
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
Valanciunas with a screen on Morant. And here's McCollum for 3.
Questionable shot selection on that 3. Not really helping as they try and narrow the deficit.
It's Morant with the drive.
This is what you pay to see. Morant doing what he does, exploding right to the rim off the drive. Wow.
And a wide open look for McCollum, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. McCollum against Morant. Can't cash in from close range. Brooks outside. Over Williamson. And another basket for Memphis.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Memphis.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Ja Morant.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed. And that's what they teach you at every level. Get a body on your man, box out, grab the board.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much, Ja. A lot of swag on this team tonight. Who's responsible for that confidence?
I feel like we all talk to each other, even the coaching staff. Coach let us play with a lot of freedom. Everybody have the green light, so I mean, there's no reason to lack confidence when you have a coach who believes in you every step of the way and just let you go out there and play your game. So we always just preach, keep shooting, make or miss, and we behind you. So
you all look like a confident bunch, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in as we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Ja Morant.